I want to thank everybody for coming out and joining me today. 2 years ago, on this very day, I stood in front of the media and announced my intent to run for the New York 22nd District, Congressional District seat held by Representative Richard Hanna. Today, I stand in front of you again on that same matter at the doorstep of the Binghamton office of that same politician. In 2 years, very little has changed. When I first considered running for Congress, our nation was in the midst of turmoil in the Middle East. Our national debt had skyrocketed and endangered the future of our children. The issue of illegal immigration was gridlocked, with our president poised to reward criminal behavior. Our representative to the New York 22nd, Representative Hanna, was vacillating between jumping on bandwagons based on polling results and outright defiance of the will of the people he is obligated to serve. Representative Hanna was fixated on funding governmental spending. He was dedicated to providing STEM jobs to foreigners at the cost of American workers. He was unflinching in his support of abortion and exactly opposite that resolve in standing by his fellow Republicans on issues the people of the New York 22nd had definitive opinions about. Now fast forward 2 years to today. Our nation is still stuck in a quagmire of the Middle East problems. In fact, the problems have escalated. ISIS has filled the vacuum created by the commander-in-chief. Iran is closer to creating a nuclear bomb than ever before, with $100 million at the ready to fund terrorism as they continue to chant death to America. Our national debt has not only continued, not just skyward, but towards the reaches of space. There is no other way to describe the ever-growing debt except in astronomical terms, because the amount is just so great. There is no end in sight, and a clear danger in the knowledge that once interest rates are allowed to go higher, the debt will explode in exponential force. As for illegal immigration, President Obama has unilaterally taken action in an expansion of executive orders that no president before has ever dared to contemplate. Were it not for the lawsuits of 26 states and the decisions of 3 separate appeals courts, the executive branch would be creating law and rendering Congress, the voice of the people, extinct. But what has Representative Hanna done in this time? After nearly losing his seat and being given a clear mandate from the people of the New York 22nd District that he must change or lose his chance of re-election, Representative Hanna has remained as immobile and disinterested as at any time since he was elected. In fact, Representative Hanna has lashed out at anyone and everyone who has pointed out his weaknesses and failures. He has attacked every person who has questioned his actions, labeling them as extreme and outsiders and radicals. He has attacked the Republican Party, marking every member as ineffective and part of the problem. He has even gone so far as to take on the ideals and the beliefs of millions of Americans, especially the majority of the New York 22nd District, and toss them aside for his own questionable values. Representative Hanna has brought shame and embarrassment on to the New York 22nd District. He has spent more than $6 million of the hard-earned money of taxpayers for his dreams of drone testing, with the result of creating a total of 6 jobs as of May 2015. But you don't dare ask about that. He has voted to allow babies in the womb be executed at a mere 6 months of age in exchange for political donations and rewards. But don't you dare offer a voice of a different opinion. He has besmirched the hard work of Representative Trey Gowdy and the members of the Benghazi Commission, never mind the fact that he has no idea what they have done or what the evidence is proving. This is just a small list of what Representative Hanna has done. Not in a lifetime in Congress, but just in the last 2 years. The only list that might be shorter is a list of the achievements and campaign promises that have been kept. Representative Hanna still has only succeeded in naming a post office and 2 baseball coin bills since 2011. There are no other achievements, even as he proclaims the benefits of his political schizophrenia that he calls bipartisanship. Ultimately, that is the outcome of Representative Richard Hanna in Congress. He has isolated himself on all sides. Republicans will not support him or his bills, and Democrats will not support him or the bills that he offers. He has become the definition of an ineffective politician who blames everyone for his own shortcomings and flaws. The people of the New York 22nd District deserve better as a representative in Congress, and today we desperately need an effective, consistent, and new voice in Congress. I dare not imagine the shame and isolation that Representative Richard Hanna will bring to the people of the District of New York if he remains in office. Given all those reasons, and many more, the people of New York must have a single voice that shares their values and not the values of President Obama as he ignores the Constitution, not the values of Hillary Clinton, who would and has said anything to get what she wants, and not the values of a Democratic Party that thought so little of the people that they did not even offer a candidate in 2014. Yet, at the same time, I must state that the voice to represent the New York 22nd District is not going to be mine. I love this nation and the people of this district. I have never stopped speaking out to them, and in my political commentary and in interviews on radio and in speeches in front of people across this district. I will never stop speaking, supporting the Constitution, and defending the rights that created this great nation. But this is not my time. I will not let my ego prevent the people from getting what they deserve, a great representative on the floor of Congress. Thus, I offer all of my support, my experience, and whatever influence I may hold in support and backing of Claudia Tenney in her bid for the 22nd Congressional seat. There are some who will hear this news and be upset. Representative Hanna and the Democrats that hoped I would fracture the votes and reduce the donations to enable them to have their only chance at a win. But there is no reason to take such a disadvantageous action, as Claudia Tenney is the Republican that we need and Representative Hanna and the Democrats fear. Fear because she stands for the voice of the people and the Constitution that guarantees us all that voice. Let me end this press conference with a call to action. I ask each of you, members of the Republican Party, conservatives, independents, and yes, even Democrats, to listen to Claudia Tenney. Look at her record of achievement and the support of her constituents. Weigh the efforts to spend your tax dollars wisely, to fight rampant corruption, even when some thought that that was impossible. Her dedication to veterans and the active military, like her son, who currently serves in the Marines. Compare all of that to the isolation, the ineffectiveness, and disregard for that is the record of Representative Richard Hanna and the Democrats in the New York 22nd District, and then make your choice. I hope that I can count on your support, joining me in standing by Claudia Tenney for Congress. I want to thank you. I want to God bless. I want and hope that God blesses America, the New York 22nd District, and all of our allies in the world, especially those in France in these troubling times. I thank you. God bless you.